Glass is the third and final part in the trilogy started by Unbreakable and unexpectedly continued by Split, and it's a decent enough conclusion. As you probably already know, M Night Shyamalan's career has been infamously mixed in terms of quality. This movie doesn't quite reach the heights of his best movies, but doesn't come close to matching the lows of his worst. It is about the characters of the previous two movies in a mental hospital where Sarah Paulson tries to convince them that they don't really have any powers. The majority of the movie is Samuel L. Jackson and James McAvoy's characters trying to break out to follow through on Jackson's evil scheme. It is low on action, but rarely boring. It feels more like a Split sequel than an Unbreakable sequel. This is because it focuses very heavily on James McAvoy's character. Bruce Willis is given surprisingly little screen time for the second act. Even the cinematography feels closer to Split than Unbreakable. That being said, McAvoy steals the show here, just like he did in Split. Even though everyone else gives a good performance, his is the clear standout. He makes the character his own and makes him seem like a real person. I can't imagine anyone else in that role. It all culminates in a single action sequence that feels like the much cheaper, smaller scale version of a superhero battle, and it is very tense. However, I'm not sure how to feel about the ending. It's the kind of twist where you first watch it and think, okay, that's interesting, but then you think about what some of the characters have done in the last two movies and start to question whether or not this is the best way to portray them and what they did at the end of this one. This is apparently a very divisive film, but one thing we can all agree on is that it's very different from all other mainstream superhero movies. It's a very dialogue-driven slow burn with a very small-scale battle and a bittersweet ending. Whether or not it did that well is up to the viewer. Personally, I liked it.